Divorce is happening in traditional religious groups as well as typical married couples. Immorality may cause divorce. Repression in pagan religion, poor male and female traits, and so on may lead the woman to end the marriage. However, all examples share the belief that they wrote their own lives. Imagine wanting to write one's life story. This seems reasonable and admirable. No one has ever changed their marriage. Marriages are more likely to succeed when one or both partners agree to what the other wants or what a third party wants. Arranged marriages have always existed. In most societies, people do not control their lives. One can control their life, which often leads to divorce if they want more. No relationship can happen if they take control of their lives. Most men love and compromise for happy marriages. Contrary to popular belief, men usually want what their wives want. Households and large family trees were once respected. Peasants and aristocrats alike valued family. However, there was less of a nuclear family and more young couples frequently moved in with their parents for generations could be living in the same house. Marriage was a way for families to become closer, and this was seen as a significant effect on its own. There was no atomization, and young sons inherited family farms and businesses or became kings. Marriage and sexuality have not caused a revolution. However, eliminating heritage has resulted in no one caring about family lineage. In those days, having children by multiple men was unthinkable because it would undermine marriage. Marriage was seen as extending the family line. Today, marriage is a contract of consent. Single mothers were shunned. People are duct taped. The family line's prestige. Shakespeare's idiot. Shakespeare's villains were mostly idiots. It's no coincidence that the family line's extinction has caused reproduction rates to drop below replacement levels. Idiots were outcasts. Family lines were maintained by having many children. Women have used love to persuade men to see their rights to their families over a century. Thus, she claims authorship over her life and expects men to submit to her, even though many young women today don't even pretend to love their partners. I've tried to convince them that attacking romance won't help their long-term goals. They ignore. They then wonder why being alone matters. A happy marriage lasts, not one that has fewer children and kills the husband. A happy marriage should increase the population. A successful marriage should have left some wealth to their children after their first child. A successful marriage can create a family line from a poor old farm. This means there are no successful modern marriages and no wealth to pass down. No family line where children exist. Thus, neither partner should claim life authorship for a happy marriage. Successful marriages don't do so. They let family religion or other factors write. Lack of authorship restricts individual liberty. Thus, when women's writers say women need more freedom, she wants to write books, even though women had more restrictions back then. Men were also ruled. Even though we protest this non-authorship today, the results cannot be denied. In non-English countries, in China, people will kill their daughters to preserve the family line. Mormonism is booming in the US because Mormons value their families and male heirs. A Mormon church is one of the world's largest genealogical research libraries. Mozart's math-focused education was strict. However, a common modern fallacy is that creativity means freedom. Creativity was actually the opposite of what people think. Despite this, heat and pressure formed diamonds. Bad poets release their emotions like gas through working out, accomplishing new goals, excellent painting, poetry, or writing. Control is everything. If someone entered a gym, declared that they would become the author of their own body, and then started doing exercises randomly, people would think they were crazy. Like our minds. Reading comics lowers your IQ compared to Plato. Pushing requires limits, but life requires pushing. Children like order. Dating and love can be confusing. Courtship is dead because there are no rules, controls, or system. We're happier with stricter self-rules. When we act like ourselves, we improve our lives by raising our standards. Happy. A happy painter just paints. If that painter becomes a banker for more money or other benefits, he will be unhappy even though he achieved his goal. To solve marriage, we bend when we let what we want interfere with who we are. It is marriage, not what I want from it. Everyone will disagree with this. This is because people still hope for relationships. People are too focused on their wants to notice each other. They're dedicated to their desires, but things can change quickly. They change and multiply, making women restless. They never satisfy because they love their wants, not men. To help us, please watch this video. Please subscribe and send this video to anybody you think will benefit from it the most.